Dear friends, in this lecture, we are going to study the process of implantation. I have drawn here a structure which is showing a part of reproductive system of female. You can see that this is the ovary, this is the fallopian tube, and this fallopian tube is joining this pear-shaped structure, uterus. You know that on 14th day of menstrual cycle, the secondary oocyte is released, and this process is known as ovulation. After ovulation, the secondary oocyte is collected by these finger-like structures or fimbriae of the fallopian tubes, and this secondary oocyte is then pushed towards the ampulla region of fallopian tube with the help of ciliary movements of this lining. The lining has ciliated cells, and this ciliary epithelium, they are going to push the secondary oocytes in this region, ampulla part of the fallopian tube. And this is the ampulla region where the fertilization process takes place. Means the sperms enter in the body, and this out of the hundreds of sperms, only single sperm is going to fuse with that egg, and when the fertilization takes place in this ampulla region, we will have a single diploid cell that is known as zygote. So I have shown here the zygote, and you can see that in this diagram I am showing various structures which are developing after the fertilization process. So let's see what are these structures and what are the names of, what is speciality of all these structures. This is the single cell zygote, as I have told you. I have also shown here a lining. This red colored lining is actually zona pellucida. Means you have to keep in mind that zona pellucida is still intact. It is covering the zygote also. Now this zygote will start immediate mitotic divisions. Mitotic means equational divisions. This zygote is a diploid cell, and it will lead to its division will lead to formation of two daughter cells which are again diploid in nature, and these immediate divisions are known as the cleavage divisions. So the structures which are going to form up to here, they are because of cleavage divisions, where the number of cells are adding in this structure. So specialty about the cleavage divisions is that there is no intermittent stage or synthetic stage. Means they are rapid divisions, rapid cell divisions. Means the cell is not taking much time to increase its size again. When one cell is going to divide into two, the cytoplasm is divided into two cells. Obviously the size of cell will be smaller, but they are not going to increase their size again. They will in their small stage also, itself, they will divide again and again. Means as the divisions will proceed, the size of cells will become smaller and smaller, because the cells are not taking time for their growth. They are just dividing and dividing. So this cleavage division will lead to this. First of all, I have shown you the zygote. The zygote will form two cell structure, then four cells are formed, and in this way, when it will reach up to the 8-celled stage, when 8 cells are there, you can see I have shown this is a small mass of cells, and this is looking like a mulberry fruit. At this stage, we call this structure as morula. This is a specialized structure, morula, and in this morula stage, the cells which are in this structure, they undergo compaction phase. Means all the cells, they become they start compaction, means they start arranging themselves in such a way that there is very little space in between them. Okay, and this compaction will result into formation of actually two types of cells: peripheral cells and the inner cells. Okay, so because of arithmetic increase in number of cells, we have reached up to this structure, morula, and after 8 cell stage, the 16 cell stage will also arrive, and after that 32 cell stage will also arrive, and that tiny cellular mass of cells is morula, and you should again remind it is still covered by zona pellucida. Okay, so within near about 1 week or 5 to 6 days it is going to take to reach in the uterus. But before reaching in the uterus, this morula, which is having two types of cells because of compaction, peripheral cells and the inner cells, then the peripheral cells are going to form a specialized layer which is known as the trophoblast layer, and the inner cells, they are arranging themselves towards a pole region, and this is known as the inner cell mass. You can see here, I have shown here the diagram of morula. You can see that there is a number of cells, 32 cell stage I have shown here. These cells are known as blastomeres, and all these blastomeres are smaller in size because the cleavage division was very rapid division and there was no time to increase their size. And these blastomeres are undergoing compaction phase to differentiate into two types of layers. One is going to form the trophoblast, and other, the middle cellular group is going to arrange themselves on a site. This structure, morula, is going to lead into a specialized structure. You can see here because of the compaction process. This is the blastocyst stage. This blastocyst stage is having this morula converted into this structure. You can see that there is a layer of cell, outer layer of cell, that is known as trophoblast. This is the trophoblast layer. This specialized cellular group which is arranged at a pole is known as inner cell mass, and there is a cavity formed in this cell. Morula, when is going to convert into this blastocyst stage, then there is going to movement of, there is an event when the cells starts moving and there is formation of a cavity. You can see the cavity here. In morula there was no cavity, but when morula is going to differentiate into blastocyst, then the blastocyst is having a blastocele, the cavity which is filled by liquid. And here there is a mass of cell arranged at a pole, and it is covered again by a cellular layer. This cellular external layer is known as the trophoblast. This group of cells arranged at the pole is known as the inner cell mass, and the immediate cells which are in contact with this inner cell mass, they are known as cells of Rober. Okay, and the cells, this specialized group of cells located at that pole, this pole is known as embryonic pole. If you are going to label the opposite pole, then you can call it aembryonic pole. Okay, so this is blastocyst stage, and here I have shown the blastocyst stage. You can see up to the morula it is in fallopian tube, but after differentiated into blastocyst, it is now in uterus. Now the next very important stage that is going to take place is the implantation. Implantation is the process where this blastocyst will get attached to the uterine wall. You can see that this is uterus layer, and this uterus has the innermost endometrium. I have shown here the folded layer, endometrium, and this blastocyst is now going to attach to this endometrium. Now how it is going to take place? Before that, let's have a look that we have still the zona pellucida around this morula stage, and this is also present in this blastocyst stage of the embryonic developmental stage. Why this zona pellucida is still around the morula? The reason is that zona pellucida is the layer which is going to prevent abnormal implantation, because the blastocyst should attach to the endometrium wall, to this specific site only. So to prevent abnormal implantation of this blastocyst, zona pellucida is there. But as the blastocyst is growing, the zona pellucida will become thin, and then later it will disappear. When implantation will take place, there will be no role of zona pellucida and it will disappear later. Now, there is specialty about these trophoblasts. How the structure is going to implant in this endometrium is that the trophoblast layer, the cells of trophoblast, they are sticky in nature. Means when they are going to detect the uterine cells, they will start releasing some enzymes so that they can attach to that wall. Okay, so when the suitable site is found, then in that case the trophoblast will release some hydrolytic enzymes that will make, suppose I am going to show here, that will make a space in the wall. Means the endometrium is going to be ruptured, and at that ruptured place this endometrium will stick to that wall at that place. Okay, so the trophoblast is helping this blastocyst to get attached to the endometrium. Later, this trophoblast will develop villi, the finger-like structures. We can show like this, finger-like structures like this. I have shown here also. And these finger-like structures will help in proper establishment of this blastocyst in the wall of the uterus, that is the endometrium. Okay. When the implantation takes place, only then we will say pregnancy has established. Okay. The woman is called as pregnant when the implantation takes place. Means attached, this blastocyst stage is going to attach with the endometrium. Okay. So this is the implantation process. So I hope this topic is clear to you. Now in next part we will study what will be the next event, means when the implantation will take place, what are the other stages of this development process. One more thing that we have to remind about this this blastocyst structure is that only this part, inner cell mass, is going to participate in the embryonic development. Means the embryo or the fetus will develop from this part, inner cell mass. This complete blastocyst, which is having near about 100 cells, all the cells are not going to participate in formation of fetus. So what is role of these layers? What is role of trophoblast? Trophoblast is going to form 4 extra embryonic membranes. They are chorion, allantois, amnion, and the yolk sac. The 4 extra embryonic membranes will be developed, which will also help in fetal development. That we will study in the further lectures. So this is the blastocyst, which is developed from the morula. Morula is developed because of the cleavage divisions, which are the fast divisions, and where the number of cells is increasing but size of cell is not increasing much. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you.